Hi everyone, I'm back with an unplanned quick little video because I've been exchanging voice messages with a friend of mine who is a fellow Akashic Records reader, and we bumped into some things that kind of made us think, and it also made me think of previous experiences that I've had with other readers when I was going through a tough time in my life before I had my big reawakening. So I've always been psychic, but then I kind of shut everything down. And during the time right before I reawakened to my own psychic abilities, I consulted with several other readers that I was in a very bad place, in a low place. And now that I am doing these readings, I've been doing them since 2017, I'm noticing how there's just like, you have to always keep in mind that you're working with people. And that when you are a reader, whatever energy reader you are, that you have to really pay attention to people's emotions when you do this work. You're not just giving them the information and then saying, okay, that's archived, done. You are dealing with somebody's emotions, and they're going to have a response to the information that you give them. So a lot of the time when I do readings, a lot of deep stuff comes up in the Akashic Records. And I know that that is not like that for all Akashic Records readers, but I tend to magnetize clients to me that really need deep healing on all kinds of levels, ancestral levels, past lives, all kinds of stuff that have gone through a lot of trauma. So I realize that when I give them these puzzle pieces, this information, this is going to start this whole snowball effect of puzzle pieces falling into place for them, gaining insights, emotions that are going to come up for these people. And that's also what happened to me when I started going to readers myself before I awakened fully to my mission. And the thing is, I had all these reactions too. A lot of stuff started happening internally, energetically, when I received information from these people, but often they were unavailable. After the reading, I had received my reading, and there I was with all of this information, with all of this energy that was in motion, that was set in motion. And there was nobody that I could turn to, because, yeah, these people were no longer available. It was pretty clear that there was no open door for me to go to these people that had given me all this information. And that's just why I feel it's really important that you realize that with this mission comes great responsibility. Comes great responsibility to be a safe person for these people. After you give them the reading, that you stay available, that you keep an open line of communication. And of course, there are boundaries to this. You have your time that you have to manage, of course, but if you let the people know that you have given all this information and you know that they're going to have to unpack this stuff, it's like a zip file, and they're going to have to unpack all of this and put it in the right folder in their archive, so to speak. And they may have some questions for you down the line. You've given them a whole bunch of information that they have to process. And for me, I felt very alone after that happened to me, when I received a whole bunch of information that I was actually not ready to start receiving or processing back in 2015, this was. And so there I was with all this stuff, and it actually created more problems because I did not have anybody to talk to about this. This person was unavailable to me. And this is not on purpose. I don't believe that energy readers do this on purpose, but, and I'm not saying that everybody does this, but it's something that I've noticed that it's really important that you stay available, and that there is great responsibility that comes with these gifts, and that you're dealing with human beings that are going to be going through all kinds of stuff, that you stay there, you hold space for their process of integration after they've received a reading from you. And that is why I will always tell people, after you get this reading from me and you have questions, please let me know. And of course, they know it may take a few days before I answer, but I will always respond, because it's my responsibility as the person that has opened up this Pandora's box for you, to help you put all the pieces in place. Because otherwise I've only done half of my job, is what I feel. So if you go to a reader, don't just go to anybody that you just met. And I'm saying this as a reader because I want people to feel 100% comfortable with me, because when you open up your energy, emotionally, everything, to a person, somebody that's going to read your energy, it's really impactful. And a lot of people underestimate the effects of receiving an energy reading from somebody. They underestimate the intimacy that is accompanied, that it brings. You are in a very vulnerable place when you do that as a client. And to me, I repay that with the respect of knowing that you are safe. When I give you this information, that you can always come and knock on my door, so to speak, email me, message me, if questions come up. Even sometimes it can be weeks or months after you have received the information that I've given you, and you can have questions all of a sudden, because that's how long it takes to integrate some of this information. And I'm not gonna turn you away then, because I'm gonna realize it took this long for you to integrate all of this, and now the questions are all coming up. And that's why I do save most readings for 6 months on an external hard drive, so that I can go back and listen, because I don't remember all of them, because I do several readings a week, on top of mentorship sessions, hypnosis, and all that stuff. So I save them because I know that this stuff happens, that you can have questions months later down the line. So when you want to get a reading from anybody, I'm not just talking about myself. Make sure that you feel 100% good with the person that you are opening up to energetically. Make sure that there is an open line of communication after you have received your information, so that you don't have to do it all on your own. And of course, when you want to go deep, when you want to work one-on-one with me, there are mentorship options to work for a month or 2 months after you receive this information. But I'm not going to turn you away if you don't do that, of course. If you just get the reading, I'm still going to respond to your emails. And I'm going to help how I can, so that you get the most out of this experience, so that you get the most out of this reading, because that is really my goal when I do these readings. When I give you all this information, I want you to get the most out of it for your growth, your spiritual development. So that was just my quick little message. So yeah, just pay attention to that, because that is going to really help you when you get a reading from somebody. You have to feel 100% comfortable. And if you are an energy reader, then keep in mind that with these gifts comes responsibility, that you are taking care of somebody's heart. And you're not just giving, it's not just a business transaction. You are honoring a soul contract on an energetic level. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling. I'll be back. Bye-bye.